The victory for transparency claimed by the AR comes after the movement held a demonstration last year against the manner in which the Judicial Service Commission was handling the process of recruiting the Prosecutor General, which saw the movement and its supporters march to all of Palmer Street in Eros, where Chief Justice Peter Shivute's residence is allegedly located after he failed to show up at the Supreme Court to receive their petition as planned. At a recent press conference, Job Mupanda, the activist-in-chief, dedicated the win to all the activists who spent the night outside the residence of the Chief Justice.
To all of you that slept in the street in defense of justice, all of you that slept in the street saying that a functionary of a political party must not be imposed on us as a Prosecutor General, we dedicate this victory, because one of the things that we were saying is that the Prosecutor General interviews must be held in public. And our submission that was also received by the then Secretary of the Judicial Service Commission did not just stop at the Prosecutor General. We indicated that other positions and other activities that are particularly within the purview of the Judicial Service Commission must indeed take place in the open. Activist Kavetu will go in the details of that, and those details are articulated in our statement. But we are declaring victory for transparency. We are declaring victory in terms of the young men and women with talent and energy who went there, particularly most of them from the informal settlement, who have understood. It was explained to them why is it important because the Prosecutor General is that one person who have to decide on the fate of all of us. One person who must decide on the fate of all of us. So everybody in the country must have confidence in this person.
Lilongwe principles and guidelines on the selection and appointment of judicial officers was adopted at the Southern African Chief Justices Forum Conference and Annual General Meeting in Lilongwe, Malawi on 30th October 2018, and under the guidelines for the selection and appointment of judicial officers call for the shortlisting of candidates to be credible, fair and transparent. Stanley Kavetu, the head of legal affairs at the AR, said that as a member of the Southern African Chief Justice Forum, the Chief Justice should adhere to these principles.
South Africa, since independence, if you intend to become a judge, their interviews have always been public. In fact, Julius Malema, as a member of the opposition, forms part of the panel that interviews these people. But when you come to Namibia, and when we made a friendly request that please, we understand. We don't know how you shortlisted some of these people when during the protest of the office of the Prosecutor General position. At least can we have the interviews in public? And then they declined. Maybe the Chief Justice opened his eyes after the article we wrote where we said, but listen here, you form part of the Chief Justice Forum in SADC, and you adopted principles to which you signed and binded Namibia. And those principles indicate that the position, any position within the judiciary or the operations of the Judicial Service Commission must have public interviews, there must be transparency, there must be accountability. Maybe after that article, they have some sort of self-reflection and they resolve to have these interviews in public. So as Job have indicated, we welcome the decision of the Judicial Service Commission to have these interviews in public.
Tusi Namiseb, the National Council Secretary, Ruth Herunga, the Fish Corps Interim Chief Executive Officer, and Basilius Diakuga, a Principal Legal Officer at the Law Reform and Development Commission, are among the shortlisted contenders for the Ombudsman position.